On a bright shiny day, a mysterious barrel floated in the ocean. The barrel is spotted by two sailors aboard a passenger ship that is hosting a formal dance for its wealthy passengers. One of the passengers, a young girl, is invited to dance. The sailors cast a rope to reel in the barrel, but as they are pulling it in, they notice a pirate ship in the distance, a pink one belonging to the notorious pirate Alvida. The pirate ship, known as the Miss Love Duck, fires its cannons, knocking the barrel out of the sailor's hands and causing it to roll into the kitchen of the passenger ship. Panic ensues as the pirates board the ship, led by their captain Alvida. Then numerous sea bandits took this opportunity to board the big ship, taking it over. Meanwhile, the young lady from before dresses just like one of them and has a plan of her own as well. She's about to open the door, but a guard suddenly appears and gets suspicious of the girl he has never seen before. She immediately strikes him to his junior that rendered the guard unconscious. Among the pirates is a young boy named Koby, who is essentially a chore boy of Alvida. Koby sneaks into the kitchen and notices the barrel, but before he can investigate further, he is confronted by several pirates who demand to know why he is sneaking around. Just as one of the pirates is about to smash open the barrel with his fist, it bursts open, and a young man named Luffy jumps out, shocking everyone. This angers the bandits, drawing their sword to his face. As they try to strike him, their weapons break and they shiver on the floor before the hero. The pirates are easily been defeated by him and they flee in terror. Koby is left intrigued by Luffy, and the two head to the ship's storage cellar, where the hero starts eating apples from a crate. Luffy asks Koby if they are on a pirate ship, and the boy replies that they are not, but rather on a cruise ship being raided by pirates. The hero then explains how his dinghy was destroyed in a whirlpool and how he barely survived by jumping into the barrel. While Koby then explains how he ended up getting picked up by Alvida's pirates and how he has been their chore boy ever since. Luffy then reveals his dream to become the Pirate King, which causes Koby to lose it, realizing that his savior is a pirate. While this conversation is being held, Alvida's men tell their captain that there is a barrel monster aboard the ship, completely oblivious to the fact that a young woman named Nami is robbing them blind. Alvida bursts through the ceiling of the cellar and sees Luffy, mentioning how he is not Zorro. The hero then asks who the fat lady is, infuriating Alvida. The villain attacks, but Luffy picks up Koby and launches himself out of the cellar and onto the deck. The hero is attacked by Alvida's pirates, but he knocks them all out using a Gomu Gomu no rocket attack. He then explains that he is a rubber man who ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi, which gave him his rubber powers. He says that he wants to find One Piece and is currently looking for a crew, thinking that 10 people are good. Alvida asks Koby who the most beautiful woman in the world is, but Koby, inspired by Luffy, stands up for himself and yells that Alvida is a smelly and fat old hag. The villain becomes enraged and attacks Luffy with her mace, but the hero remains standing. He proclaims that a normal attack like that won't work on a rubber man and uses a Gomu Gomu no pistol attack to send Alvida flying, defeating her with one hit. Luffy then orders Alvida's remaining pirates to get a boat ready for him and the boy, and they jump into the boat and sail away, briefly seeing Nami in her boat as they head off. Sailing out into the Great Blue Sea, the hero asks Koby about the pirate hunter he mentioned earlier. The boy says that the pirate hunter had been arrested and was being held captive at the marine base by Morgan, a corrupt marine captain. Luffy is excited at the prospect of recruiting someone as strong as Zorro onto his crew and sets his sights on rescuing him from the Marines. Although Koby is hesitant, warning his friend that the Marines are powerful and it would be dangerous to attempt a rescue mission. The two now board their boat, with Koby once again warning the hero about Zorro being a dangerous demon who takes down men just for the bounty. The boat then arrives at an island where a large marine base is stationed. The two walk through the town, and at the mention of Zorro and Captain Morgan's names, the townspeople panic. They then arrive at the marine base where Koby plans to enroll, but Luffy climbs over the wall and spots Zorro tied to a cross. As they look at the prisoner, a little girl named Rika climbs over the wall with a ladder and offers the rice balls she made to Zorro. At that moment Helmeppo, son of Captain Morgan, arrives and eats one of Rika's rice balls. He deems it disgusting and tramples it in front of the crying girl. Then the evil officer has her thrown out with one of his people. Good thing Luffy saves the girl from falling and she thanks the Good Samaritan. After Helmeppo leaves, Luffy goes up to Zorro and asks him to join his crew, but Zorro refuses and eats the flattened rice balls that Rika brought. Later the three meet in a restaurant, where the boy told Rika that Zorro likes her rice balls. Luffy inquires about Zorro's character and whether he's truly evil, but Rika assures him that Zorro is a virtuous individual. 3 weeks before, a ferocious wolf is brought into the town's bar by Helmeppo. It is scaring the customers inside, so the little girl tries to shoo it away. This angers the wolf as it attempts to bite the girl with its fangs, but Zorro intervenes and subdues it, safeguarding the people. In the process, Zorro also confronts Helmeppo and punches him, but Helmeppo threatens the mother and daughter to be executed, as his father is the most influential in the land. He strikes a bargain with Zorro to surrender himself to be tied up for a month, in exchange for the safety of the family. Then they overhear Helmeppo discussing his plans to execute Zorro the following day. Enraged by Helmeppo's treachery, the angry hero punches him, warning them he will seek refuge with his father Captain Morgan. Later, he comes running to his father crying about someone has battered his face, when he's just trying to help people, he says. At that moment, Zorro recalls about promising someone that he will be strong, so he cannot die in a miserable place like this. He then sees Luffy in front of him and offers to join his crew as a pirate. But Zorro detests being a sea bandit as they are the most despicable men out there, while the hero counters it with him being the most evil bounty hunter himself. Luffy added, "You will join my crew and I will give back your sword in exchange." Zorro is surprised by the foolishness of this kid taking the whole navy by himself, and is shocked again when he sees his strange elastic ability. Next, the captain is overseeing the installation of a statue of himself atop the marine base. Upon learning of his son's cowardice, Captain Morgan punches him and criticizes him. Meanwhile, Luffy uses his Gomu no rocket ability to launch himself onto the roof of the marine base, causing the statue to fall and shatter in the process. As a result, Captain Morgan orders the intruder's execution, and Luffy, with Helmeppo in tow, rushes into the base in search of Zorro's swords. Outside, Koby is attempting to release Zorro from his captivity and explains the circumstances to him. Koby tells him that he might need Luffy in order to get away from this, similarly him needing you too, and he should help the hero as all the marine soldiers are searching for Luffy. While Nami is covertly exploring the marine base, the Sly Kid and Helmeppo make their way to his own room, where they find Zorro's swords. However, as they make their escape, they are surrounded by Captain Morgan and his soldiers. Morgan orders the execution of both Zorro and Koby, and the soldiers immediately begin firing their guns. In a daring move, Luffy leaps from the marine base and uses his rubbery body to block the incoming bullets, sending them bouncing back toward the soldiers. The two of them are surprised to see such an act, and Zorro asks shockingly who he is. The brave kid introduces himself as Luffy and declares that he will become the Pirate King, a title coveted by all pirates. The soldiers continue to attack, but Luffy uses his unique abilities to take them down one by one. With their defeat, Morgan realizes that the boy is not someone to be trifled with, and attempts to flee. However, Luffy is not willing to let him get away and gives chase, determined to bring him to justice for his heinous actions. He delivers Zorro's 3 swords to him, not knowing which one was Zorro's, and Zorro explains that he uses all 3 for his sword style. The hero then demands that Zorro choose between joining his crew and dying there. While the Marines are in shock at how he was able to deflect their bullets, Zorro agrees to join Luffy's crew. Captain Morgan realizes that the hero must have eaten a devil fruit, which grants him the ability to stretch his body like rubber. He explains to them about the mysterious devil fruits, describing examples such as the ability to breathe fire and the ability to create tsunamis. Luffy hands the 3 swords to Zorro in exchange for him joining his crew. The prisoner accepts the terms, saying that he cannot die yet and that he must fulfill his vow. He warns Luffy that if he gets in the way of his dream, he will eliminate him then. Watch this next video. See you on the next one.